So over the next 18 months, we have got some fantastic international football to look forward to. We've got the Euros out in the summer, of course, Copa America as well. And of course, next year, we've got the big one, is the World Cup. But before all that, we've got to get there first. Today, we're going to do my early door picks for the World Cup qualifying campaign for Europe. And today, it's all about Group C. Once again with another prediction show. Today we're taking a look at the World Cup qualifying campaign for Europe, and we'll get to that in just 1 second. If you're new to the channel, I'm asking you, where the heck have you been, boys? Smash your subscribe button to get your bang up to date with all things World Cup related, Blackburn Rovers related, world football related. We're going to go here under one Ruski. That's right, folks. So over the next few days, we're going to be taking a look at each and every one of the groups that apply to Europe as we get closer to the tournament itself. Now, of course, I will be doing match day by match day predictions for the World Cup qualifying campaign as they come along, but these are my early door indications as to who I think will go through to next year. I said next year's 2022 World Cup out in Qatar. Now we'll talk all about that in a minute. Of course, I want a big shout out to the Patreons. That's right, the VIP band of brothers supporting the channel behind the scenes. If you are interested in becoming the latest member of that band, check out that link down below. That's in the description, patreon.com/Roverseas. Now, before all that, let's get into talk about the next round of matches, of course, and of course, we're going to kick it off right here, right now. Okay, then, folks, let's take a look at the nations first and foremost that make up Group C. Of course, kicking it all off will be Bulgaria. That's right. Bulgaria, of course, ranked 68 at the moment in the world rankings. They used to be as high as 8th, going back into the mid-90s with the likes of Stoichkov and co, and Lechkov and all those kind of boys. But unfortunately, those days are long gone. They've actually shown a bit of a reboot of late, being a little bit more difficult opposition, but I do anticipate them to be in the middle of the pack on this one. Next up, of course, we have the Swiss, currently ranked 16th in the world. They used to be ranked as high as 3rd back in the 90s, early 90s as well. Again, I do anticipate them to be competing for the runners-up spot here with the likes of Northern Ireland. Of course, joining them will be Italy. They are ranked 10th in the world. They used to be, of course, number 1 a couple of times. The latest time, or the most recent, was back in 2007. I think shortly after winning the World Cup. Something like that, 2006 World Cup, of course. Joining them also will be Northern Ireland, currently ranked 45th in the world. They were once highest as 20th back in 2017, currently managed by Ian Barraclough, doing an okay job for them so far. And Lithuania are on this one as well, ranked 129th in the world, once ranked as high as 37. Goodness gracious me, those days seem a long gone. Kicking off forward, though, let's take a look at these games that will make up Group C, and again, we'll be taking a look at the match day by match day picks as and when they come around. And of course, they're not too far away, are they? Of course, Bulgaria will open up this campaign up against Switzerland on match day number 1 in Bulgaria, and it'll be a chance for them to flex their muscles. I do anticipate them being very difficult to beat at home. I think they'll kick off with an unbeaten match against the Swiss, 1-1 in the end. Meanwhile, Italy will take on Northern Ireland over in Italia, and I do anticipate a bit of a flex as well here from Italy to showcase their style with a 3-0 win over Northern Ireland to put them already on the ropes and put Italy in command after match day number 1, though. Big chance, though, in the match day number 2 to really showcase their talent. It is Italy again, taking on Bulgaria on the 28th of March. Of course, Bulgaria didn't lose their first match. They'll lose the second one, though. Italy, of course, I think they're a real contender for the Euros, and I think if they can get out of the Euros in tip-top shape, maybe in the final 4, they will have the confidence that they can not only win this qualifying campaign, but also be a competitor for the World Cup in Qatar. So 2-1 for me on 28th of March, match number 2. Switzerland only to get back to winning ways, or get to winning ways. They'll get there with a comfortable home win over Lithuania. Of course, Lithuania will be the chief whipping boys, I suspect. Kicking on further, it will be Lithuania actually in charge of this one. 31st of March, match number 3 up against Italy. Of course, Italy starting off with back-to-back wins. Lithuania just the one match, and of course, it was a bit of a heavy defeat. They'll get another heavy defeat, or convincing defeat here. Italy coming out on top with a 2-0 win on the road. So a fantastic start for the Italians. Of course, 3 wins on the spin. Northern Ireland, though, will need to get to winning ways and fast, and they'll do just that in this match day as they take on their first match on their home turf. Of course, 2-1 win over Bulgaria to give themselves the belief that they can be at least battling for that second spot. Meanwhile, Italy, though, will host host Bulgaria in the next match day on the 2nd of September. A bit of a gap there. I do anticipate again another comfortable win for Italy to at least give themselves a bit of breathing space, of course. They're doing very, very good defensively as well. 3-0 on the night for Italy. Great. They've got a whole host of attacking players, creative midfielders. They're spoiled for choice at the moment. I think they've got a right good, not just not golden generation, but a good mass of depth. So Italy will be in amongst it, I suspect, over the next few years in these major tournaments. Kicking off further, Lithuania taking on Northern Ireland in Lithuania. Of course, so far not been good for Lithuania, but I do anticipate themselves to lose this one as well. Northern Ireland coming on top with another win. Back-to-back wins, of course, giving the likes of Switzerland and Bulgaria a run for the money now, of course, for top second honours. Kicking off over to the 5th of September, will be Bulgaria taking on Lithuania. Of course, Bulgaria, back-to-back defeats for them, 3 defeats on the spin, and yet to get moving. But I think they'll get a win here with a 2-0 win over Lithuania, and again Lithuania look nailed on for that wooden spoon. Same match day, Switzerland taking on Italy over in La Suisse, just down the road. They're neighbours. There'll be a draw on this one as well. Another draw for Switzerland. I think they're still unbeaten in this qualifying campaign, and that will be what Northern Ireland will be fancying their chances. If they're gonna get anywhere near that top 2 spots, they'll need to beat the Swiss, I think. Italy taking on Lithuania next match day on the 8th of September. Again, it'll be another convincing win for Italy, another clean sheet, another 3 points in the bag. Moving on, Lithuania look absolutely at sea. Northern Ireland taking on La Suisse over in Northern Ireland. Of course, Northern Ireland looking pretty good at the moment. 3 wins on the spin right here, right now. Of course, after their opening day loss to Italy. They'll get a draw out of this one. Again, Swiss keep moving the chains. They're drawing a lot of games. Northern Ireland are winning them, so it could be one of those sort of things that these draws might not add up in the end. Meanwhile, Lithuania taking on Bulgaria in Lithuania. Same match. This is actually a different match day, actually, on the 9th of October. All eyes on it, of course. 2-1 win for Bulgaria on the road. Another defeat for Lithuania. And to be honest with you, that's 2 wins on the spin there for Bulgaria, potentially giving themselves some fuel to maybe drive forward up that table. Kicking off further, that same match day it is. The return fixture here. It looks like Swiss taking on Northern Ireland in La Suisse. Of course, it was a draw last round. It's a 3-1 win for Switzerland, and that will probably put the final nail in the coffin for Northern Ireland and put Switzerland into at least the playoff spot. Okay, well, it says second round here, so it might not be a playoff, but anyway, they'll go through to the next step. Kicking off further will be Bulgaria taking on Northern Ireland on the 12th of October. A couple of days after that last one, Northern Ireland will need to respond well, but they won't. They'll only pick up a point. But Bulgaria, though, looking good at the moment. Of course, picking up an unbeaten run of 3 matches there after beating Lithuania all the way back in September, back-to-back, and then now picking up a draw against Northern Ireland. Meanwhile, Lithuania will take on the Swiss, and it'll be a 2-1 win for Swiss. That's a potential there for a banana skin. I think Lithuania could cause Swiss to drop points, which would open up the door for Northern Ireland. But in my eyes, I think the Swiss will do it. Of course, Italy will do them anyway. They'll do the Swiss in a goal fest here. 5-goal thriller on the 12th of November. 3-2 win for Italy to pretty much put themselves through to the World Cup in Qatar, I believe. And then finally, same match day, Northern Ireland taking on Lithuania. Back into winning ways for Northern Ireland. Not impressive, though, but just enough. They don't score many goals. They don't win convincingly to Northern Ireland. I'd like to see them do something like that, but unfortunately they won't. And they'll finally take on Italy at home, final match day, but they'll lose it convincingly 2-0. And again, Swiss will do the number over Bulgaria on the 15th of November. And again, I think I've pretty much nailed on where this is going. Of course, into 5th spot will be Lithuania. No points on the board. 8 successive defeats. Meanwhile, Bulgaria will pick up 2 wins, 2 draws, 4 points, 8 points in the bag. Northern Ireland not good enough in got 11 points in the bag, 3 wins, 3 defeats, 2 draws. It will be La Suisse in second, 15 points, just the one blip. But of course, Italy pretty much nailed on, fantastic. 7 wins, 1 draw, no losses. Impressive goal tally as well, looking very, very good. That's just what I think. Of course, be sure to put your own picks in down below to showcase what you think will happen out in this group, in Group C. I'll tell you what the bookies think on this one, just to let you know. They have Lithuania at 250 to 1 to win this group. Bulgaria are 4th favourites, of course, 50 to 1. Northern Ireland are 3rd. Swiss are 2nd at 9 to 4. Italy are top dog, 3 to 1 on, nailed on. And that's what I saw. That's what I called it as well. So again, be sure to check this one out. Put your picks in down below. And again, we'll do it all again tomorrow with Group D. But is there any surprises in Group C? Do you think it could be closer to the money? Do you think Swiss maybe can get more points off Italy? Let me know in the comment section down below. But tomorrow we'll do Group D. That's pretty much all I've got for you today, folks. Hopefully you enjoyed the video. If you did, smash the old thumbs up. But if you're new, smash your subscribe button. Get your bang out today with all things Blackburn Rovers related, World Cup related, World Football related. We're going to go here under one roof. And once again, I want to reiterate that I will be covering each and every one of the World Cup qualifying campaign matches for Europe as we get closer to them. So make sure you track back for that. So make sure you smash the subscribe, smash the little bell bell as well, so you don't miss a beat. And of course, we'll be covering the World Cup when it comes back around, of course, next season. Hopefully you enjoy this one. Please check out the links down below. I'm on Twitter, I'm on Facebook, and again, if you want to support the channel in another way, you could become the latest member of the band in the old patreon.com/Rocease. That's the link down there. Check it all out. But until then, hopefully your team and your country makes it through to the World Cup. But if not, support the next best thing. Anyway, until then though, I'll see you all next time. Smash the thumbs up, smash subscribe. Till then, I'm out.